It's going to be important today. I'm going to share a little bit of a journey that's really been, for us, 15 plus years of looking at the world, the globe, the way things are changing, and the implications that it really has on practice today. Capabilities area. How many people here have rented a car before? Show of hands. Okay, quite a few of you. Yeah, good. Okay, great example. Good, cars. When you go in to get a car, what do you want? What do you expect? Want to be there for maybe half a day and kind of talk to the agent and ask about the training. Well, wait a minute, you're in HR, so maybe you would ask about the training. But you want to go in fast, get a car, you want the car you want, right? Okay. It requires capabilities. Capabilities is the dimension that's through the eyes of the customer. I don't want to examine your talent. I don't want to examine whether my reservation was handled right in the IT system. And I don't want to know if the logistics manager hired the level of type of car I wanted. I just want my car. Okay. And the interesting thing that we discovered in this research is that very often HR is the quickest group to be blamed when something goes wrong on the space and say, well, they weren't trained right, or we hired the wrong people, right? You ever hear that? What we found is that very often it's the way talent comes together with information and resources that makes the right difference. That person who you greet when you go into the car rental has to be trained right, they have to have the IT support infrastructure, and they have to have the resources to be successful. That's why the capabilities dimension is the best predictor of customer outcomes. The alignment dimension is the best predictor of financial performance and of operating performance. And engagement, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with, has 3 levels, not only being satisfied, being committed, but we feel it's having the energy and the advocacy level that really creates a difference of engagement. We see people who are advocates, active advocates for the organization. It really makes all the difference in the world. So that's crucial, and that is the best predictor of turnover. It's the best predictor of some of the performance dimensions, but alone, it's not enough. Some things to think about. What makes you different from your competitors? What makes your organization different? If you're in a bank, why should tellers come to work for your organization as opposed to the bank across the street? Or a software engineer? Or a retail employee? Have you thought about your A roles? For example, what parts of your business really make the most important difference to success? One of the questions that's a great one we find in organizations to sit down with a group and ask, why do we deserve to get and keep good talent? It brings up some fascinating conversations with folks as you go through that conversation. People equity drives business results. It's important because people equity, as Vineet said, is now a centerpiece for how we drive customers and business differentiation. People really are important, but we now have the ammunition and the evidence to show the linkage. Engagement alone is not enough. We need more than that. Diagnose before prescribing, because you can save yourself a lot of time on one-size-fits-all programs to go and solve gaps. The 8 profiles I showed all require different solutions. It allows HR to play a role and say, where do we need coaching? Where do we need training? Where might we need to enhance goal setting? And be able to do that in a way that pinpoints and spot treats problems as opposed to a big fix. And think about the overall talent life cycle. Don't optimize recruiting by having people beat certain goals to bring people in, but they're going out the back door because we don't have a good metric for them overall. And lastly, think about your own function and reaching the impact. It's never too late. Dream the dream. Have a chance to optimize not only yourself, but everyone around you. Thank you very much.